Texans living in one of our areas hardest hit by poverty and shares what must change to make a better life for our children. Leah.
The United States Census Bureau says if a family's income is less than their cost of living, then every member of that family, including their children, is considered to be living in poverty. Here in Texas, 25% of children are impoverished, and that number does not seem to be budging. One woman I spoke with who knows how tough it can be to provide for her family says every one of us has to be on board for the current state of our children to truly improve.
No one should have to live that way.
Nita Burnett has her hands full.
Woo! Great job.
She's the mother to 8, grandma to 16, and has 13 great-grandchildren. Burnett says she's gone through rough times in her life and the struggle hasn't stopped. Now she's living on a fixed income and often has to make tough buying decisions like which prescription to fill.
The income is not that much, so I just have to scrape and save and hold on and try to make it.
Burnett says even more devastating is seeing some of her children struggle to stay out of poverty. When her son suddenly became a single parent, it was a true test of strength to take care of his 3 children all on his own, even to the point of asking restaurants for free meals to feed his kids.
He know that I would have done without before I let those babies do without. So anyway.
It's the cycle of poverty that keeps getting passed on to the next generation. Burnett's grandson, Jaden, is a 3rd grader at DeQueen Elementary School, and he says he's seen his own young friends go through tough times.
They said, oh, I didn't get no new shoes, or that my mama don't have no money. That's what they said.
The numbers are staggering in Southeast Texas. Child poverty is a whopping 35% in Jefferson County. That's 10% above the state average, and things are not going in the right direction. Over the last 4 years, Jefferson County has only seen numbers rise. There are people working tirelessly, standing up for the Texas children experiencing poverty right now. Christopher Sias says he went through rough patches growing up in Port Arthur. That's his motivation to volunteer at a local organization that helps those in need.
Once you go through the struggle, you realize, man, I don't ever want to go through that again.
Pearl Anna Karen is also on the front lines. She heads up Triangle Community Outreach in Port Arthur, where some of the numbers are sobering.
Until we start addressing the underlying problems, we're going to always have the poverty problem.
Citydata.com shows parts of Port Arthur suffering from over 40% unemployment. That's quadruple the average in Jefferson County. Karen's ministry caters to some of those hardest cases. The nonprofit offers a wide variety of programs like serving hot meals to needy children when school is out.
I know that it's possible for it to change, but I know that we have to work together as a community for it to change.
Karen says she's seen firsthand what piles of research proves is contributing to poverty rates. Unemployment, low-paying jobs, single-parent income, access to affordable daycare, even cost of living. Jobs play a big role in the statistics. While unemployment is still festering in pockets of Southeast Texas, those who do have a job don't always bring in the big bucks. In fact, almost 30% of Texas jobs don't pay well enough to keep a family out of poverty.
There's some problems that's going to take industry to help solve. Small businesses, going to take an attitude change toward people who are not like you.
Port Arthur District 4 Councilman Stephen Mosley says growing up in poverty as a child in Port Arthur, he used his imagination to escape his circumstances. Now he's working to eliminate those conditions throughout Jefferson County.
If we can provide more opportunities for our people, child poverty would diminish.
Calling on lawmakers, business owners, and industry leaders to provide access to higher paying jobs, job training, and other areas of employment is a long-term solution. But in the short term, Karen says every Texan can do something to fight child poverty.
If doing what you can is buying food, taking it to the food bank, or putting a check in the mail, but put the check in the mail. or if it's going to one of the local organizations and volunteering.
Jaden and his 4-year-old sister Jelaya know that everyone has the power to reach a helping hand to others.
They can't do stuff by themselves. They need help. Donate some money or some shoes and some clothes.
Now, I also pulled information about poverty levels in Hardin and Orange counties. You can find that information at 12newsnow.com. To share your thoughts and ideas to end child poverty here in Southeast Texas and across the state, post on social media using the hashtag #TexasForChildren. Reporting in studio, Leah Durain, 12 News.
Thank you, Leah. We've made it easy for you to get involved in the fight against child poverty.
It's easy. We've set up a link where you can donate to the Salvation Army, and all of that money stays here in Southeast Texas.
Just go to 12newsnow.com for the donation link.